Welcome back to the Newport Property Blog, and it's a very rare event to have such a perfect sense of theme on a subject that I wish to discuss, and today is definitely one of those days. And the theme is the turning of the seasons, and you don't have to imagine very hard. The passing of Her Majesty and the accession of King Charles is the sense of one season. The leaving of Boris Johnson and the arrival of Liz Truss as Prime Minister could be ascribed in a similar way. More obviously, of course, we have the weather, the seasons itself, the transition from summer to autumn. I'm back at the 14 Locks Lake on the canal, and I was here last month, and it couldn't have been more different. It was about 30 degrees, bright blue skies, burning sun, incredibly hot, very bright. And today, if I just show you, it's still very nice, but it's a grey, cooler, overcast day, and nothing like what it was like just a few weeks ago. Even a few days ago I was still in shorts and t-shirts, but now it's swapped over. It's gone past over the line, and now it's definitely got that feel of autumn about it. But it isn't just these external things that have definitely had a change of season, because the property market is also having a shift in season as well. Having spent most of the last 12 months in one of the strongest sellers market, I think that ever known in the industry, certainly for in recent decades, now we are seeing the long-awaited and long-required adjustment to bring things back into balance. But sadly, it will probably go a lot further than that as we switch into a pretty hard buyer's market as everything upends, basically as a result of all the negative economic factors which are affecting us today. As we move into autumn, as we move into winter, it will exacerbate all of those factors, and this will have a result on the property market as well. It may be some counterintuitive movements as well. If other areas of investment become more risky or less secure, you tend to find money moving into property. But I think higher interest rates, financial insecurity, will have a more negative effect on people overall, and this will be reflected in the property market as well. So what will happen in the first instance? Well, I think that's pretty straightforward. Not much will seem to change. At the moment, if a property comes onto market, it is literally inundated with requests for viewings, and there are a plethora of offers, and the seller really can have their pick. Their biggest problem, of course, once they've sold, then they've got the problem with all their buyers. They have to find somewhere to buy themselves, and this has been the biggest obstacle, I think, for the last 12 months, preventing considerable movement on the property market generally, not just in Newport. So the first change will be the arrival of more property onto the market, and this means that some of the spectacular results of sale that we've seen over the last 12 months will start to fall away, and probably start to fall away quite quickly. That doesn't mean to say that prices are going to start to go down. Offer prices should remain strong, but the percentages over will start to decrease, and maybe it'll start to level out more at the offer level, rather than getting healthy percentages over. And this will be due to the fact that more property is coming onto the market, and buyers have choice. More buyers will have properties to buy, and this will have, take the hysteria, if you like, out of the market that we've seen over the recent 12 months. Sadly, and you can take it from me that this is sadly, the state of affairs isn't going to hold up, and we are going to see prices then start to decline, and it could be quite markedly, depending on how bad really the other financial indicators become. Prices will start to fall. So here is a definite piece of advice. If you have been holding off selling because you have a fear of having sold, not being able to find anywhere to buy, this situation is about to resolve itself, and anybody over the next few months who puts their property onto the market will be able to sell, and they will still get a good price above the asking price. They should be able to get above the asking price at which the property is listed. The difference being is that once they have that money, and the time that it takes for that money to come through after agreeing the sale, the market may well have adjusted sufficiently that they have the ability to buy a choice of properties which they can buy and have a good chance of buying, and actually not be paying the massive premium that they will have enjoyed when they sold. There is a definite advantage to people putting on the market now to sell, because they will reap the double benefit of getting the best, the last of the high prices, and then being able to pick up the beginning of the lower prices. And the longer they're able to wait, if they can, the stronger that advantage will be. And this, of course, I think is the other part of the equation, is that prices are likely to fall. And not only may they fall quite a bit, but it's also highly likely that the prices will not recover to the levels we're seeing, the result levels that we're seeing today, for quite a few years. I've heard it by some very experienced market leaders say that it could well be towards the end of the decade by the time we see levels come to where they are now. I don't mean the overall underlying value. I'm not talking about negative equity. I'm simply talking about that the spectacular gains that we've seen over the last 12 months are going to be lost, is that prices will depress. The more generous offers will probably fall back a little bit, back towards basically what the mortgage valuation would say, and then they are going to stick or decline slowly over a period, and it will take quite some time before they recover and start heading back to where they've been over the last 12 months. Well, I think that's enough for me for one video. I hope you're enjoying this Bank Holiday Monday, and I hope that you'll join me again in the not too distant future for the next blog. If you have liked, please press like. If you would like other people to hear what I have to say, please share. If you don't subscribe to this channel, please do. It's free and it helps the channel to grow. And if you have any comments you'd like to make about this subject or the channel in general, please leave a comment and I will reply as quickly as I can where it is appropriate to do so. Thank you very much.